What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Queens of the Stone Age. Yes, indeed. Queens of the Stone Age fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Anyway96 and Zachary Allende. They both want to see me react to this song by Queens of the Stone Age called I Appear Missing. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing, and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Ash735, okay? And the video has 1.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Seeing that, I'm kind of reminded the first time I did a reaction to Queens of the Stone Age, and I didn't know that stood for Queens of the Stone Age. I actually thought that was the name of the band. I called them Quotza. I didn't know. I had no idea. So yeah, it reminds me of the first time I did a reaction to Queens of the Stone Age. So anyway, Queens of the Stone Age, I Appear Missing, live on Letterman. This could be an issue. The Late Show is owned by CBS, which is in turn publishing rights are all over to Viacom, and I know Viacom and CBS are both very, very protective of their intellectual property. There's a very strong chance this is going to get blocked because it is on Letterman. I'm going to do everything I can to try and avoid this getting blocked. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to be pausing frequently. So I'm going to be pausing like every minute, guys. I'm sorry, but it's what I got to do my best. And even then, there's no guarantee. So, but I'm going to do everything in my power to get this through and not get blocked. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, if it gets blocked, it's got to go on Patreon. And honestly, guys, I don't want you to have to pay $1 to go see this. I really don't. So I'd rather you see it for free here. So like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure this doesn't get blocked. That means frequent pausing. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing in advance, but I got to do what I got to do. So please keep that in mind. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Well, thank you, Jim. This goes out to my friend Hagen. This is called I Appear Missing.
Prisoner on the
like that chordal progression. Starting on the root, going down to the 7, going up to the 2 as a transitional note, to the flat 3, to the flat 2, back down to the 1. It's interesting. It's not something you hear very often, actually. I can't think of too many songs where I've heard that progression used. 1 down to the 7, up to the 2. I can't think of any songs off the top of my head, actually. I'm sure I've heard it before, but nothing comes to mind right now. Interesting chordal progression. Really nice, too. It's flowing well. I mean, surprisingly well. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's keep going here.
I'll expose when I'm out of control. Papers were stolen from me. The terror I say, give it away. Watching the water give in as I go down the drain. I appear myself.
The drummer is having a field day back there playing around with feel. And it's interesting because the guitar, bass, keyboard, vocals, they're not changing their rhythmic pattern whatsoever. They're not changing their phrasing at all. It's all happening in the drumming. The switching between straight time, double time, swing feel, back to straight feel, back to double time, back to straight time. It's all because of the drummer. Everybody else is solid with what they're doing, and there's no variation whatsoever. That's cool. That's cool. Leaving it completely in the hands of the drummer. That's awesome, actually. It works well. You'll see that in a lot of jazz, actually, where the horns and the rhythm section, for the most part, stay together and they keep that same rhythmic pattern going. In particular in solos, where the drummer is then left at his own vices to, play the rhythmic pattern he's got, but he'll switch it up, especially when it comes to fills. And he'll switch up feel before the fill. Like, he'll go like straight time, right? He'll be in, actually, let's go with swing. Okay, so he's playing swing. He's got a swing pattern going. And then all of a sudden, before the fill, he'll switch up for like 2 measures to like a double time straight feel, like a funk feel. And then he'll fill and come right back into that swing feel again. A lot of those same mentalities and a lot of those same practices are being done right now by this drummer. And that's fantastic, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging the drumming on this. Let's keep going. harmonies there. I really like the harmonies there. Very fitting. Very, very fitting. Kind of a haunting quality to them, if I'm being honest here. It was nice. It was really nice. I dug it. I will say, I'm glad they haven't done it every single time, though. Like, by doing it sparsely, doing it just in this one section, for example, it isn't being overused, thus it's not being cheapened. You know what I mean? It's not becoming commonplace. It's this section here, and we're going to make this section special by putting those harmonies in. Now, as much as I enjoyed the harmonies, and I did enjoy them, I'm hoping they don't do them again. I know that's going to be weird. Or if they do them again, do them at the very end. If they do it again. I don't know if they will or not. But if they ever do them again, I really hope they save it for the last time. Just to give it the ending, that little extra emphasis. Okay? But I really hope they don't overuse it like I'm afraid I've seen other bands do. Where it's just every time, and it's like, okay, well, we get it. You can sing harmonies. Congratulations. So hopefully they won't. Hopefully they'll keep it sparingly used. Let's keep going here. Finally get to pause. That was a pretty long solo. The solo was fine. I mean, it wasn't, I wouldn't say the solo was doing anything that I would say would be mind-blowing, but I mean, it was a well done and tastefully done solo. What impressed me more, though, what was happening with the bass player. The bassist really kind of took it upon himself to create and follow a counter melodic line in contrast to what was happening within the solo. Really nice. Really, really nicely done. Some heavy picking. My goodness. Really heavy picking. Thunderous picking at times. Which was, here's the thing though. It fits. It fit the context of the song. So that's not a knock. I'm just saying that was some really seriously heavy picking. But it sounded good within the context of the song. So, it was so far so good. I went that long. If it's going to get blocked, it's going to get blocked because I let it run for almost 3 minutes because of the solo. So let's just finish it out and we'll get to the review.
much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks to everyone at the Letterman Show. Peace.
Nice. Nice job. Really nice job. I saw the CBS logo. Let me see if I can get a shot of it here. I guess not. The CBS logo is over here in the bottom right-hand corner. The algorithm's going to look for that. I'm going to try putting a black rectangle over that, block it out. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let me get my thoughts together on this. There's a lot to think about, actually. And I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Queens of the Stone Age with I Appear Missing. This was a request from Anyway96 and Zachary Allende. Okay, I thought about it, and I have a score here, and I think I'm going to surprise some fans of Queens of the Stone Age who have been following the channel for a long time and have seen the scores I've given them in the past. I think I'm about to shock some people. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.6. Yep, 8.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
They finally did it. They finally broke through into the 8s with me. I've given them scores of 7. I've given several 7s to them in the past. And look, there's nothing wrong with getting a 7 at all. 7s are really good scores, but they've never gotten an 8 from me until today. And this is absolutely well-deserved. This is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the most interesting song I've heard from them. This song really kind of had me on the edge of my seat, wondering where are they going to go next with this. It started out in the beginning with that chordal progression, 1 down to 7 up to the 2, to the minor 3 to the 2 back to the root again, and then they went down 1 to the 7 down to the 4 up to the, I think it was up to the 7. And then back up to 1 again. It was interesting, man. I mean, that chordal progression, I don't, off the top of my head, I can't think of a single song I've ever heard that used that chordal progression. Now, I'm sure I've heard other songs that used the 2 like that. 1 down to 7 up to 2. I'm sure I have, but none come to mind at the moment. And watch in the comments, people are going to start naming songs. And I'm going to go, oh, yeah. That song, I should have thought of that one, and I'm sure that's going to happen. But right now, off the top of my head, no, I can't think of one. Gosh, I mean, there was that, the solo with the bass player with that heavy picking, with that counter melodic line, that was really cool. Melodics in this, I mean, the overall melodic approach from the vocals sounded really good. It was strong, it was solid. The use of harmonics in the vocals, I'm glad to see they kept it sparing. And like I said, after the first time through, I even said, I really hope if they do it again, they're only going to do it toward the end. And oddly enough, true to my wishes, is exactly what happened. They did come back to the harmonies, but they saved it for towards the end of the song, which I was so thrilled to hear. They did not overuse it. They did not abuse it. And I cannot tell you how many bands I've heard that have great harmonies. They have great harmonies, but my God, that's all they do. It's just harmony, 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 harmony. It's like, I mean, guys, even Boston, even Boston only uses harmonies for like half the song, you know? And Journey and, you know, Kansas can overdo it a little bit, but I mean, but even Journey and other bands of the similar vein, they use harmonies. Yes, they use them quite a bit, but they don't use them through the entire song like I've heard a lot of other bands do, and it's just mind-numbing. No, listen. Overall, this was a great song. And everybody did a fine job. Both guitars sounded really good. The lead guitar player sounded exceptionally good. The vocalist, like I said, did a great job. I got no complaints whatsoever about the vocals. The keyboard player, probably the most overlooked in this song, but his role was important because he was the one filling out the song, most of the song. I mean, the guitars were really kind of playing melodic and counter-melodic and harmonic lines. They weren't really doing a whole lot of strumming per se. That was really being carried out and filled out quarterly by the keyboard player. So he didn't really get a whole lot of spotlight on him, but believe me when I say he was present through the entire song. The bass playing on this was cool, man. I dug the bass player on this. For the most part, just locking in with the drummer, which is really cool. But like I said, during the solo section, he kind of took over and the counter melodic line for the solo and really was hammering. And like I said, I'm not normally a big fan of thunderous picking like that, but in this context, during the course of a solo, yeah, it worked out great. And the beautiful thing about it is he didn't take away from the soloist. He didn't steal the spotlight away from the soloist. What he was doing was productive, and I can absolutely appreciate that. You'll notice I haven't spoken about the drummer yet, and that's because I'm saving the drummer for the very end, which is right now the highlight. Not probably the highlight. No. The highlight of the song for me, hands down. I get the feeling this drummer was jazz trained. I really do, because man, the way he was playing with feel and switching up feel, in particular at the ends of phrasings right before he would fill, a very jazz thing to do. I can't tell you how many times I played in jazz bands and big bands where, especially during a solo, it's like let's say there's a sax solo going on and the drummer's playing a swing feel, and all of a sudden the last two measures he'll switch to like a funk feel or just a straight feel or even a rock feel. I've even heard drummers, and this is going to sound crazy, but I've even heard drummers in a jazz band switch up to a country feel right before he fills and then comes back into the swing feel again. So, I mean, I've heard drummers do all kinds of things when it comes to playing with feel. And here's the thing that really made it cool and really kind of makes me believe that he was jazz trained. He did it completely independently. He was not relying on the syncopation of the entire band coming together and playing in unison, playing those feels. He wasn't relying on the guitar and the bass and the keyboard and the vocals to join him when he would switch up the feel. They all stayed completely independent with each other. I mean, they all stayed together, but they played together independently of what was happening with the drums. The drummer was kind of left to his own devices, and boy, he made some great choices with playing with feel, from straight feel to a double time feel, coming back to a back in the pocket swing feel, back to straight again. He was having a ball back there, and it looked like he was having a good time. On top of it, he made it sound incredible. So no, the drumming, hands down, stole the show for me on this. I know for a fact, I don't know how much of a difference, but I know for a fact this is the first 8 I've ever given Queens of the Stone Age. And on top of that, I think the highest, wait a minute, I think I did give one of their songs a 7.9. So it's only a 0.7 difference. I was thinking at first, like, I was thinking to myself, I think the highest score I ever gave them was a 7.6 or a 7.7, but I just remembered, I think I gave one of their songs a 7.9. So it's not a full point difference, but still getting an 8.6, the first 8 that Queens of the Stone Age has received, and I fully support and endorse that score. So, 8.6, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.